Imagine living a life where no insult shakes you, no failure defines you, no chaos steals your inner peace. A life where you no longer react to every storm. You simply become the mountain it crashes against. This is not a fantasy. This is the Stoic way. For centuries, philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus lived by one principle. We do not control what happens. We control how we respond. In a world filled with distractions, pressure, and noise, the Stoic path offers something rare: clarity, strength, serenity. Today, we're not just talking about philosophy, we're learning how to live it. One breath, one moment, one choice at a time. Stoicism is not emotionless. It's not cold or passive. Stoicism is the art of mastering yourself in a world you cannot master. It's learning the difference between what belongs to you and what never did. You don't control the weather. You don't control traffic. You don't control how people treat you. But you do control your thoughts, your choices, your reactions. In that narrow space between stimulus and response, there lies your freedom. Seneca once said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Most of our pain doesn't come from the event itself, but from the story we attach to it. We don't suffer because someone spoke rudely. We suffer because we believe their words define us. We don't suffer because things go wrong. We suffer because we expected them to go right. The Stoic learns to see things as they are, nothing more, nothing less. A delay is a delay. A mistake is a lesson. A loss is a teacher. No overreaction, no drama, just clarity. Power doesn't come from controlling the world. It comes from controlling yourself in the face of the world. Someone offends you, you stay calm. You fail at something important, you reflect, adjust, and try again. You lose something you love, you grieve, but you do not fall apart. Strength isn't loud, it's quiet. It's the steady breath in the middle of a storm. That's Stoicism. Stoicism is not a concept you read, it's a discipline you live. Here are 5 ways to practice it every day. 1. Begin each morning by asking, what is in my control today? 2. When triggered, pause and breathe. Is this worth my peace? 3. In hardship, ask, what is this challenge teaching me? 4. When criticized, remember, their opinion is not my identity. 5. Before sleep, reflect, did I act with courage, wisdom, and kindness today? These are not rules. They're reminders, anchors for your mind when the world tries to pull you away from yourself. The modern world is loud. It rewards outrage. It feeds off reaction. It sells fear. But you don't have to buy into any of it. You can be still. You can be thoughtful. You can be sovereign over yourself. You don't need external validation. You don't need to win every argument. You don't need to control everything around you. You only need to return again and again to what you can control. Comfort weakens us. Ease dulls the blade of the soul. But discomfort, when welcomed with intention, shapes strength. The Stoics didn't avoid pain. They leaned into it, not out of a desire to suffer, but because they knew discomfort is a forge. Cold showers, fasting, rising before dawn, taking responsibility when it's easier to blame. These are not punishments. They are voluntary hardships, spiritual training for the battles ahead. Because when life does strike, you've already been tempered. You've practiced hardship in small ways, so the big trials don't break you. They simply test you. Comfort is the enemy of clarity. So ask yourself, Where am I choosing ease over growth? Where am I avoiding pain instead of facing truth? We hold on to too much: old regrets, unmet expectations, anger, shame, control. The Stoic lets go, not out of apathy, but out of wisdom. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." When you release what you cannot change, you reclaim your energy, you stop carrying the weight of the world, and you begin to carry only what is yours: your thoughts, your values, your choices. Let go of the illusion that life owes you ease. Let go of the expectation that others must understand you. Let go of needing things to go your way. And in that space, something beautiful appears: stillness, freedom, peace. Stoicism is not just about enduring the moment, it's about building a life worth remembering. Ask yourself, if today were my last day, what would I leave behind? Not in possessions, but in presence, in impact, in integrity. Would people remember my calm, my discipline, my kindness in the face of cruelty? The Stoics taught us not only how to live, but how to die well, to face the end, not with fear, but with gratitude that we lived with purpose. That's what it means to be truly alive, to live each day as if borrowed, and to return it with honor. You don't need to fix the world. You only need to fix your focus. You don't need to be invincible. You only need to be awake. Remember, no one can take your peace unless you hand it to them. No one can break your spirit unless you abandon it. And no day is ever wasted if you spend it living by your values. This is the Stoic path: quiet, disciplined, unshakable. Walk it not in haste, but with grace, and let the world wonder how you remain so still in such a storm. If this message spoke to something in you, I invite you to subscribe and walk this path with us, not as followers, but as fellow travelers seeking strength not from the world, but from within.